This will be narration for the two-person low shoulder beam raise. On all two-person ladders, we need to start out in between the second and third rungs from the tip and the base. First command is going to be ready at the tip. Next preparatory command will be prepare to beam ladder. Execution command will be beam ladder. Next command will be prepare to low shoulder ladder. Low shoulder ladder. When you're picking the ladder up, we want to make sure we use our legs and not our back, and we're going to pick it up into a low shoulder position. You need to reach as far forward as you can, grasping the lower beam, having your upper arm firmly against the second rung as the base person, and the third rung from the tip as the tip person. Once again, this ladder is resting on a low shoulder position, not on top of your shoulder. As you're walking in, we need to clear all overhead obstructions, and when you get close enough to the building or your objective, you want to identify what type of low shoulder throw this is going to be, either a beam raise or a flat raise. We're going to go over beam raise right now. Base person calls out beam raise. His hand will go immediately to the top beam on the side. Tip person's hands will go immediately to the fourth rung, pinky to beam, and then under the base of the bottom beam, keeping the ladder in a low shoulder position. Once in this position, he needs to call back to the base person, confirm this is a beam raise. When placing the ladder on the ground, base person will immediately step on the bottom beam, raising the ladder up to vertical. Tip person is going to use a thumbs down method with a wide stance as he's walking the ladder up. Once the ladder becomes vertical, we're going to rock it, roll it on the inside beam, and then the base person is going to wrap it with his right foot, having his right hand high, left hand low. From there, he's going to say, "That's high." At that point, the tip person can step in, wrap the bottom beam with his right foot, and put his right hand high, left hand low. The next command will be prepare to raise fly. Raise fly. As the dogs become unlocked, the tip person needs to clear all fingers and toes, looking up at the tip at all times, raising the fly section to the desired height, and locking both dogs. Once both dogs are locked, tip person confirms it by saying both dogs locked. Hands are going to go immediately to the rung chest high in front of him, and his foot's going to go on the bottom rung in the middle, heel to rung. Ladder goes immediately into the building without a preparatory command. Base person's going to step back with their right foot, palms forward on both beams, lowering the ladder gently into the building. If the ladder needs to be moved, it's moved by the base person and the tip person. Base person is in charge, and your hand position is bottom hand on the rung and top hand on the beam. When preparing to remove ladder from the building, preparatory command is prepare to remove ladder. All clear. Remove ladder. As the ladder becomes vertical, the base person needs to step out before the ladder gets to vertical, foot it with his right foot, have his right hand high, left hand low. Once it's vertical, he states all clear. At that point, the tip person can take his hands off the rung, put him right hand high, left hand low, and wrap the bottom beam. The next command will be prepare to lower fly. Lower fly. When lowering the fly, tip person watches the dogs as they come down all the way to the bottom rung. Once they're locked in position, he will state all dogs locked. Once dogs are locked, his hands immediately go to the beams, and he will take a wide stance, straddling the left beam. Base person will do the same, straddling his right beam. Base person will next say, we're going to pivot on this beam towards you, and then the ladder is immediately pivoted with no further commands. At that point, the base person is going to step immediately in, foot the ladder with his right foot, say prepare to lower ladder, all clear, lower ladder. Tip person's going to take a step back with a wide stance and a thumbs down method, keeping the ladder directly over his head. When he gets in between the second and third rung, he's going to rotate his hand that's on the beam, lower the ladder down, and put his arm in between the second and third rung, grasping the bottom beam as far forward as he can. The base person is simply going to pick up the ladder with his left hand to chest height, grab the third rung, thumb to beam, and place his arm through as far forward as he can, grasping the bottom beam. When the ladder is in the desired position, the command is "that's high." When you stop with the ladder, you want to have a nice wide stance. Next command will be "prepare to ground ladder." Both hands will go simultaneously onto the top beam. Rotate into the ladder as the base person says "ground ladder." Ladder goes directly to the bottom beam, and there's no further commands. The ladder will go directly flat onto the ground.